use some cola. Cola in Fortnite. Yippee! You guys seen that?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You have not seen that?
No.
The dash will use some cola.
You saying it again doesn't make sense.
In
Yeah.
Fortnite. Cola in Fortnite. Yippee!
No, still none the wiser.
You still
None the
don't know what I'm
wiser.
talking about.
No.
That's kind of crazy, I'm not going to lie. Yes,
Yeah, I think we should keep that in though.
Ryan, keep it in.
Ryan, keep that in.
Oh, he broke his ankles. Now he's got an entourage. He is Houdini. Big Keith Trailer. Look at him rumble. 40, 50. Watch out. The earth is shaking. He's at the 30.
Tackle your losses with another episode of the Tackle for Loss podcast, the premium New Zealand NFL gambling podcast.
Fires into the end zone. Caught. Touchdown.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Tackle for Loss show. Tackle your losses with a Tackle for Loss show. I'm your host with the most Cree. Over there, Kiefer.
What's up? What's up?
In the middle, Grayson. And back this week from his hiatus, Harry Rose in the booth.
No ham.
No ham.
No ham. No
It
ham.
all got taken off me at custom.
I was going to
Yeah,
say,
makes sense.
later on in the story, they
Makes sense.
just took it off you
Yeah.
and kicked you out and said, no ham. No
So
ham.
can we get a...
Yep, pretty much.
Where are we this week, Chris?
God fucking damn it. Why always me, man?
You know, Grayson got them all. Like, also, you know the annoying thing for you, Chris?
What's that?
You're dressed warm, I'm dressed warm, but Grayson dressed in t-shirt.
You know why that sucks?
Why is that?
Because we're in Antarctica
Oh, no
Oh,
way.
no. Grayson gonna die.
with the Eskimos, and there's an igloo.
Eskimos in an igloo.
Yeah, so there's an
Cool.
igloo.
So we're Eskimo Bros this week?
Eskimo Bros. this week.
wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Have you seen the penguin in Antarctica? They found him.
Yeah, there's a fucking few of them.
Yeah. But it's like, you know, the I think it's the emperor penguins. They've got like the bit of the yellow and the white going on, and the
Yep.
black. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
They
that's
found
fit.
one.
I think
It's
I've seen
all
a penguin.
black. It's just
Yes,
all
no, I did see that. I
black.
did see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Rumors
You haven't seen
have
it?
him.
Look it up. It's pretty
Rumors,
cool.
rumors have him. They've got him farming fish already.
Picking ice blocks.
Picking ice blocks.
Have you guys noticed he's actually in the background?
Damn.
Damn.
I can see it on the
Um,
Skype calls
yeah.
in
It's
my
actually Tank
warm
Evans'
office.
cousin.
Damn.
I
Stank
mean,
Evans.
It's so annoying. As saying in the Surf's Up reboot, they've recast her as a black man.
Ah! I was going to say, though, it's really nice and refreshing to have a beer on a cold day.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely what I'm drinking in there.
We know you're sipping that lean, dog. You got that fucking...
I got that lean.
Yeah.
I got that lean.
Well, how are we doing? Oh, Harry, no, you got to clear up.
What am I clearing up?
So, so your cousin was leaving back to France.
Yes.
Is she married or not married, or was she getting
So-
married in France?
Did you marry your cousin?
I did not marry my cousin.
Okay, I just-
All right, sweet.
So-
okay.
It's just a thing I
My
brought up last
cousin-
week.
I thought she was already married.
My cousin got married about a month ago now, and her little sister flew over from France to surprise her at her wedding. And then it was
So
her
the
little sister
sister's
was
flying
flying
away,
back to
who's
go
not
to
married.
France.
So I guess
Not married, no.
we're all correct.
Wow.
Apart from whoever
Yeah.
said I was marrying my cousin, they were wrong.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
don't
right,
know.
yeah.
I don't know who that was.
I'm
Yeah,
sure who that was.
no,
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't know either.
Won't address that.
Should we talk about bets from last week?
Yeah, before people go into their bets.
Uh-huh.
So let's
Okay,
not.
Georgiana over there. Georgiana.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Well, people have been... Wait, Harry, did you put your stuff in?
Oh, and the thing, no, I didn't.
Okay. But we've kind of got a record going on.
Yeah.
all of mine have
yeah.
lost, so we'll just put
Well,
it
why
that
don't we
way.
talk
Okay.
about that later? Because it relates to each person's bet from last week as well.
Fair enough. Yeah, go
If
for
you
it.
want to spoil my bet from last week,
I think it lost.
am I starting? I might as well start.
Yeah,
then, right?
yeah, that's the transition.
Right. Yeah. No, it lost. You're as close as they were sitting there going when we were watching it. Oh, I hope this doesn't go all the way and there's a decision because that's boring as fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
Turns out the real fight went all the way and there was a decision. And it was Moreno to win by decision is what happened.
And that was a favourite as well, eh?
Which was the favourite.
Yeah. Damn.
So I lost both my bets because one was TKO and one was TKO on the fourth. So
Yes.
they both missed, but I mean that was alright. I mean it was fucking close though.
It was an exciting fight on the Xbox.
It
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was.
People got rocked, man.
They
People
did.
getting rocked.
They
Crazy.
did, so-
High level of violence.
Close on that one, didn't hit. However, the Counter-Strike one from 2 weeks ago has finished
And did?
and did hit. So
Ah.
$3.50, so that paid, which was nice. Finally got a win there. First win of the season for me. Or the
Nice.
off-season,
Yeah,
shall I
yeah,
say.
of the off-season.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah.
yes, yes.
We're tracking the bets we know nothing about, rather than
Absolutely.
the regular season where we claim to
No,
know
we'll
things
track
about
both.
it.
We'll track both.
Yeah, now we got a
Um,
little spreadsheet going.
Yeah.
A spready.
A little spready
A
going.
little
Yeah,
spready
yeah,
going.
yeah, a little
But no,
spready.
it was close. So they played Spirit in the semi-final,
Okay.
which went, I think, all 3 maps.
Mhm.
I was kind of torn because I love Spirit just because Donk, he's I think 17 years old, plays a rifle. I've got a soft spot for riflers. I think AWPs, snipers get overhyped. Fuck
Okay.
that. It's too easy. It's too
Okay.
fucking easy. However, rifling is way harder in my opinion.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
And so the fact he's that good with a rifle is fucking nuts. So it's kind of torn because I hope they would win, but then it's also like, but I need for my bet to have a single win of the
yeah.
season so far. I need
At the end of the
Vitality
day,
to win.
money over everything.
Yeah, so they
Shout out
won.
Miles Garrett.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
True.
Then they played Mouse in the final.
Yeah.
First map 13-0.
Whoa.
They smoked him.
Jesus.
They
Damn.
fucking smoked him. And then lost the next 2.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah. And then ended up bringing it back, winning the next 2 to win.
Yeah.
I've got a question, and this leads into
Mouse
a...
couldn't get the cheese. You're saying
The Mouse
They
could not
couldn't
get the
cheddar.
cheese. The French man Zirou got the cheese. But I have a question for you, right? Because this kind of rolls into a question I have on this. MVP of...
Most valuable player.
That is what it stands for.
Yeah.
So of a season or of a tournament, both kind of work. This was of the tournament.
Okay.
Right. Do you believe that the MVP for either a season of something, whatever sport you want to imagine, or a tournament of some kind, does the MVP need to go to someone in the winning team?
No.
No.
Depends.
Okay.
If it's a regular season that doesn't have final, like the NFL, right?
Yep.
Obviously, the Bills didn't win the season.
Yep.
Josh Allen MVP makes sense-ish.
Mm.
But when I was in the Stanley Cup Finals last year, Connor McDavid won Finals MVP or playoff MVP, but didn't win the
Yeah.
Season MVP.
no, he won playoff MVP.
But
so
not the
they
cup.
split it. Yeah, it didn't win the Stanley Cup,
Right.
Okay.
and everyone was like, "Whoa, what the fuck's going on?"
So that's
Ah,
so right.
okay.
So if we take it to the Super Bowl MVP, right?
Yeah.
Has to win the game.
Okay, so you think so? You think Super Bowl MVP has to be a player on the winning team?
It depends how
No.
good the other person
No.
is.
What if so
Yeah.
what if Saquon rushed for, let's say he rushed for 180 yards, 3 touchdowns, they lose. And everyone on the other
It's
team
so-
has regular stats, but obviously
Like
had a good
it's- like it's
defense,
spread
had a good
around and
offense,
shit.
and spread
Yeah,
around.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that kind of happened with the Eagles last. Like Jalen Hurts won it for not really doing a lot.
Yeah. I think the
And
Right,
no
but
one
then
on the
again,
Chiefs
then
should
no
have
one
won
else.
it.
But
Yeah,
then
yeah,
again,
no
no
one
one
else
else
did
did
anything
that.
either.
I think
My
the NFL
question-
probably has some of the worst MVP choices of all time in any sport.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
my opinion.
It's just because I just, what if someone on a team of a regular season, let's say NFL again, regular season, and their team goes fucking, 8 and 9 or something around that kind of real even, not very good, nowhere near playoffs, right? Or close to playoffs, but didn't make playoffs.
Yeah.
But a wide receiver or QB throws for insane amount of yards, very little touchdowns, gets let down by the rest of their team.
Yeah.
Are they still in it compared to someone like Josh Allen,
See,
who
I really-
Well, that
made
happened,
playoffs?
that happened to Joe Burrow last season. He threw for the most yards in the league, but because they went 8 and 9,
It wasn't a
Right.
conversation.
Right.
wins
yeah.
are a quarterback
Yeah.
stat now,
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah.
So.
Oh, really?
Not like the people.
Oh,
people
yeah,
use,
yeah,
people
yeah,
use them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
See, the reason I say it though is because of the tournament, there is obviously it's a very statistical based game. Counter Strike is like you have
Kills and deaths.
kills and deaths, so many stats that go into it, and so on this website that everyone uses that tracks all the games that get played, everything about it, news articles, everything is a rating. Every player has a rating, and it's known that teams will literally pick up and drop players based on their rating they get
Right.
after playing games and their 3-month rating. It's not 100% indicative of how good of a player they are, but it does sum it up pretty damn well, right?
Okay.
Tournament goes through, Spirit lose in the semis, Vitality win the finals.
Yeah.
tournament ratings, Donk has a higher tournament rating. You got to understand they played maybe 10 maps. So Spirit plays 10 maps, Vitality plays 13 maps because they went a little bit further. Donk at the end of the tournament has a higher overall rating across all maps played than Zywoo. Zywoo wins MVP. Is that fair? And the only reason it happened is because obviously they went to finals and they won finals.
that's where it can get weird there if they don't play the same amount of maps.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
That
Like
was
that-
my
For
thought.
sure.
Yeah, it's a smaller pool as well,
Yeah.
right? If it's only a tournament, right? So it's
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
up to 13 maps being played,
For sure.
compared to an NFL season, which is weeks worth of games being played.
Can you win? So in the same scenario, then, right? Let's say Spirit only wins some, but Vitality win way more maps or way more tournaments for the whole year. Can Donk still win Player of the Year if Zywoo had a worse personal record but a way better team record? You know what I mean? It's such an interesting.
It's so weird.
Because for me, Donk's still the better player.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the most valuable player in the tournament was Donk, even though he couldn't carry his team enough.
Yeah.
He said in a thing the other day about, like, he did a couple of interviews, and one of the things was talking about success, personal success versus team success, and about how many kills he get, how he gets so many kills per game, and all this kind of stuff. And one of the things he said was that I don't really strive or like look for how many kills I get. I don't try to get 30 kills a game, but I do know if I get 30 kills a game, we win.
Right.
And it's kind of like, that's how much he has to
Yeah.
carry them.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's a weird question.
Yeah.
I personally
What means,
I
you
personally
know-
think MVP is most valuable player. So I really do think it should be player-based stats, regardless of the team, because it is a way for individual players on bad teams, especially if we're using the NFL again,
Yeah.
to have recognition.
like
that-
Joe Burrow last season.
Like Joe Burrow last
Yeah.
season. Like, it shouldn't just be Patrick Mahomes because he wins a Super Bowl. It's kind of like, well, cool. That in itself is its own victory.
Yeah.
The MVP should be anyone. And that's why we also talk about it. There'll be guys who break, league records. And it's like, oh, well, good job. But the MVP goes to the guy who won the Super Bowl.
Offensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Rookie of the Year. Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
Or Offensive Rookie of the Year.
yeah,
Brock
yeah.
Bowers.
That's a great
There's
example.
another
But did he win
Yeah.
Offensive Rookie?
No.
No.
Jaden Daniels did.
Well, who won
Yeah.
Rookie of the Year? Or is no Rookie of the Year?
There is no
No,
overall
there's
just
rookie of the
offensive,
year.
defensive.
Yeah. There's only
Right,
two.
so it's kind of like,
Yeah.
Jane Daniels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he was only there because he made it to playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, what he did, I think he's the best rookie QB ever.
I don't think he
Stats-wise, I
is.
think he is.
Stats-wise, he
I think
is,
he
yeah.
beat CJ Stroud
He
from,
did,
from
yeah.
the year before.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe that's a bit
Yeah,
different.
and
then, I guess.
that is a bit different. Yeah, and that's just unfortunate because
Brock
Brock Bowers
Bowers
was.
Well, I thought
unreal,
Brock Bowers
yeah.
was the only guy that only player last year as a rookie that had done something that hadn't been seen before, whereas Jaden Daniels had been. That's right. I think. Are we sure that he broke records?
Yeah,
Because I know Brock
sure
Bowers
he
did.
did. I'm pretty
highest
sure.
completion percentage
Yeah,
by
yeah.
a rookie of all, like ever.
But then, is that enough?
But
One
they were
stat?
just throwing a lot of screens.
I'm saying, Brock Bowers breaks like almost every record for a rookie
I
tight
mean, yeah,
end.
it brings up the.
And it's just
that is
been
the
a
good
tight
question.
end, innit? Like-
yeah.
There we
Yeah.
go. I mean, it is. Yeah. So I just thought it was an interesting question.
That's a good question.
Debate on what.
I mean, yeah, you can
what
discuss
makes
that
an
topic
MVP.
for fucking
It's
hours.
objective.
So lock
Really.
in because this is a 4-hour episode about that one
Yeah.
topic.
About
Well,
MVPs.
moving on. Should we go
So,
to?
do we want to just run through everyone's bets?
And then we'll go back to the.
Then
We'll
we
go
go
to the
back
stat
to the-
page. Yeah.
No, I mean
No.
what about the season-long bet that we did?
Well, yeah. Do you want to do yours now then?
I don't know. What are we doing?
So
Are
we
gonna
usually do it, isn't it? I suppose.
That is
Yeah,
how we normally
but are we
do
doing
it.
it different? Because it's a bit special this week.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Yep. Grayson, how did your last week go?
I lost. Moving on.
Kiefer, how'd yours one go?
It went well actually.
Wait, what did you have?
Baseball.
That's right.
But it was only by one.
nah,
one leg? Oh,
nah, it
okay.
I think it was 2 out of the 4. So
50-50, but still a loss. Yeah, so I did March Madness, my March Madness multi. So I had.
Did you take all the favorites?
No, I didn't actually.
'Cause that's all
I
the
had
bets.
3 bets on. I had one multi, which was Duke, Tennessee, and Houston to win. Then my second one was Texas Tech, Ole Miss, and Auburn to win. And my third one was BYU and Florida to win. So the only one that missed was BYU and Florida. So I got
nice.
two wins out of that one.
So you're making sure you put all 3 of those in the spreadsheet, though, right?
Sure are.
And in the MLS one, you put all or both of those in the.
I went back and did it.
Okay,
Yep, sure
could you
did,
I'm
man.
just checking, man.
Sure
just
did.
checking. I don't want to get cheated out of any fucking money here.
Well, no, you're the only way you're cheating. You suck at betting. You don't have any money. You're in the negatives. I couldn't work out how to phrase it well.
Roasted.
yeah, but I'm
boom.
getting there, and my season long one will hit.
Yeah, I suppose. Oh, and Harry didn't have one last week, so
No, I did not.
while we're still talking about him, so as a whole group, not including Harry's losses that he hasn't put in here yet.
Well, yeah. Have you won any so far?
No,
He said he
Fuck.
hasn't.
So how many weeks have you not filled in? 3.
I've done a couple.
I
So it's
can
now
tell you
3 units.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, so, 3 units.
Oh,
so
no. So whatever the units were down, add -3 to that.
yeah, so which is what?
It's $2 per unit. Is what
Yeah,
we're
so
basing this on.
-6. Yeah. Okay, so we are negative $29.
Units.
Well,
No, you do it in units, man.
yeah, you do it then. I can't
Okay.
do the math in my head.
29, 14 and a half.
The problem is I skew it
Yeah,
because
well-
my units are different.
No, but we're doing it based on this, which means everyone. Yeah, you.
It took
So I
us
think we've
45
done-
minutes.
We've done about 22 bets this season so far. It looks like.
Okay.
And we have won 1, 2, 3, 4. We've won 4.
4 and 18,
Nice.
boys.
Well done, boys.
We
Yeah.
have. Oh, actually, I can see it here. We've done 23 bets. 4 wins, 19
4
losses.
and 19, boys.
Yeah, that's why people follow us for the gambling knowledge.
We are negative 10 units. Kiefer is positive 1.5 units.
That's how you know we're bad form.
Harry
when
is
I'm positive.
negative 4 units.
Is there...
Grace is negative 7. And I'm
Put more bets on, man.
I'm negative 0.5. So I have a 20% hit rate. Grayson has a 0. Harry has a 0. Kiefer has a 42. Overall, we have a 17% hit rate. And also, here's the thing, right?
I'm dog right now, boys.
We have a tab, a part on here that's dedicated to viewers. So if you leave a bet in the comments,
Yeah,
and it's
totally.
placed, if it's placed before the bet happens, obviously we can fucking check it so you don't cheat. But we'll add it in here as the viewers' bets. So you can put whatever you want in the comments,
Yeah.
and it's going on the viewers' records.
Absolutely. See if
So-
you can beat us.
Yeah,
You've got a
100%.
head start, really.
you
to be
might-
honest.
You
Yeah.
probably will.
So is that all you wanted to say, Kiefer, about those
Yeah,
overall?
that's what we do. We've done it for a couple of weeks. So
Yeah,
might as
yeah,
well,
you
just
might as well
wanted to
have a
brag.
chicken.
Yeah.
And I wanted to brag. Fuck,
Right.
I wanted to brag.
Okay, well I'm on my way back actually. So
So am I after my season-long multi-hits.
Well, yeah, that's a good segue into the what's coming up. But are we recording the season long ones in here as well? Is it going to
Well,
count?
we-
Oh, and there, yes, we do. I think they just sit there
Oh yeah.
as null and void until because it won't add anything to the stats until you hit win, loss, push,
Sure. Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
they'll just sit there empty until the final game gets played.
Okay.
Of whatever season.
sport
Yeah.
that we're doing.
No. So so I'll kick it off first. I was not aware that we were loading the bits,
Which we did
into
speak
the
about, but I just want to. We did speak about
Yeah,
that, Gray.
yeah,
We did
probably-
speak about that. With,
I believe that was brought
If
up.
we run the tape back, it's probably there because I figured I know fuck all about different sports,
sure.
but I have friends who know about sports.
Okay.
So I consulted
Okay.
some of my friends.
Well, that's crazy because
It's going to be a
did you get asked
two-league
anything?
multi.
Did you get asked anything?
No.
Did you get asked
I didn't
anything?
get consulted.
I didn't
No,
get. I didn't get asked
I
anything.
figured it would be more exciting if I didn't ask the people on the show.
Right.
And in fact, ask people off the show.
But we are your friends, though.
I don't know, colleagues?
Acquaintances.
Workmates, mate?
Right.
Workmates. Workmates. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
okay.
Like we
Yeah.
hang out.
It's crazy.
I'm gonna fucking piss in the coffee next week. Yeah,
I don't drink your coffee.
I'm gonna shit in your.
Just piss in your own coffee.
I'm gonna piss in my cup next week.
Ah,
In
yeah,
your cup.
yeah.
So when
why'd
you
piss in
use
his
it-
cup?
Yeah, well, technically his cup, but
Okay.
yeah, I see what he's trying
Yes,
to
you
do.
Yabby, by the way.
He's trying to get me. He's trying to get me to drink.
Now, what
piss.
you got, man?
Okay, yeah. So, first one I talked to was Shane. He's an absolute top bloke. I know him through Ayla. I was on the piss with him last Saturday when I discovered he's absolutely mad for F1. Went on a proper rant about why Oscar Piastri at McLaren is going to take the 2025 World Championship. I tried writing it all down, but I was absolutely half cut because my notes are just fucking illegible.
Nice.
But the gist is the car's mint and the young fella's got serious talent.
Sweet.
He's a dark horse against his teammate Lando Norris. He's the favourite, Lando.
Yeah.
Piastri's the second favourite at $3.
Okay, so that's what you took?
I took that one.
Wait, did you take multiple?
Yep. I hit up my buddy Ryan Coleman. Legend. One of my oldest mates, and he edits this very show.
What sport has he gone on?
I asked him about an ice
NHL.
hockey bet,
Bruins, man. We can take the Bruins.
but he's so gutted about the Bruins, he gave me some other bets. Gave me two, actually. Yankees to win the MLB World Series.
No.
They're bolted out the gate, and they're using illegal bats, well, possibly illegal bats.
They are technically legal,
But technically
they
legal.
will get banned.
They're the second favourite at $9.
Yep.
Then there's Kyle Larson for the 2025 NASCAR Cup Championships. He's in a Hendricks motor, which apparently they have some good motors. He's one of the 4 drivers. He's
Jimi Hendrix?
I don't know if there's any relation.
There might be.
But possibly. I should look into
Probably
that.
hums along.
Nice. He's the second favourite at $4.50. He's also not afraid to drop an M-bomb from time to time, so that's why Ryan also chose
What's
an
an M-bomb?
N-bomb.
Oh, hell yeah.
You
Yeah,
said- you
yeah.
definitely said M.
It might have just been a slur.
I'm pretty sure he was relating to monkey.
I get you.
Yeah, yeah.
So hold on, let me come out.
That's 3 so
That's
far.
3.
Yeah, yeah.
The units, man. The
I
units.
hit up Chris, fantastic bloke. He made his show debut a couple of weeks ago
He
with his
did
F1
too,
bet. Turns out he's quite keen on golf, as we know. So I asked him who will win the Masters, and his first response was, and I quote, "Fuck knows," which must be Asian for Rory McIlroy, because that's what he came back with.
McIlroy.
His
That's good you
reason,
couldn't say it.
he did spell it wrong.
Too many R's.
His reason, bloke hasn't won yet, so it's due.
Hasn't he got an elbow injury now? I think it's
I
come
don't
out
know.
after
He's the
last
second
tournament.
favourite, paying $7.50.
Uh-huh.
Then I hit up Corey.
Cool.
Jesus Christ.
Great
Right.
bloke. He's our real estate agent guru. And with those fat commissions, he's always prone to giving the bookies a bit of business. He's mad for soccer betting. Says Liverpool cruising to 9 points clear in the Premier League, but they're only paying $1.
Yeah,
So,
because there's like 10 games left.
yeah, it's just not much of a point there.
So you didn't take that?
instead-
Oh, I
no, I
took that
didn't
back
take
then.
that. So instead, he's tipped Barcelona for
Okay,
the
I'll put that
Champions
back in.
League at $4.50 as the second favourite. The last time I listened to Corey's advice, he sold our house. So I reckon this bet is safe as houses. Then I hit up Paddy.
How many did you fucking play?
Okay, hold on, Kevin. Did you
Yeah.
let me interject here?
Yeah.
Did you think maybe that you shouldn't go first because you're rattling off like 7 different sports that we may have all done
Yeah, but
and
then
had
you're-
something for? Like,
Yeah,
I know,
it'll still
but
be a
you've already
different- it'll still be a different take.
Other question.
Yeah.
Are these all singles?
Yeah, not doing it as a multi. These are all singles. I would
Okay.
have not multi this at all. Because I want to try and get some money back from this
yeah,
ridiculous
you'd
bet.
hope so. So that's now Paddy's what, the 6th person. You've
Yeah, and he gave me 3 bets.
Carry on.
Super
6.
Rugby, NRL, and AFL. Chiefs to win the Super Rugby at
What does Paddy know
$2.50.
about AFL?
Well, that's the weird one. So Chiefs to win the Super Rugby at $2.50. Melbourne Storm for the NRL Premiership at favourites at $3. And some bloke called Nick Dykos for the AFL Brownlow Medal. I have no
Okay.
idea what it is, but Paddy reckons 43% of fans want him to win it, and he's paying $6. Then last one, I hit up Sluice. Professionally on holiday, does our show music. Massive basketball nut. He's Lakers through and through, but he decided to go for my team and said the Celtics, which
OKC
they
are
are the second favourite, paying $3.
OKC are winning.
And they are the favourite. At the
Yeah,
moment.
OKC are the favourite for everything.
Ah,
So-
interesting. And that's all my bets.
How many bets total is it? Can you count as you?
Yep, I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay,
9
so
bets.
Keeper's bet on 9 sports, so
I
that
have.
covers almost half of what they have on futures in the TAB.
You can still talk about yours. It's
I
not
know,
stopping
it's just
it,
a
man.
little bit fucking makes my bet a little bit less because you've already mentioned it.
Oh, what was it?
Well,
Well, I'm
find
going
out.
3rd.
Oh, okay. I also took some March Madness ones last week when I was just doing March Madness stuff as well. So I have 3 possible winners of that.
His
But that's
percentages
not
are
going on the
down.
spreadsheet.
I'd put my nuts on the table and multi them together.
It's a bit late now. If I can't come typing it back in.
What do you
Put the
got,
effort
Gray?
All right, I have. All right, so this is one you guys wouldn't have bet on. I knew that, so I was like, keep the field open.
okay.
I don't,
Kiefer might have.
Yeah.
He could have.
I may
honestly, he could have. But I've decided. I grew up watching the sport. It was something I watched with my dad in the weekend.
Darts.
Supercars.
Nice.
So this year, one man started off the season real well. He won the first 3 races. He was doing really well. Cam Waters in the Monster Energy car.
With the Monster Energy Grid Girls.
That's the
we
one.
talked about
That's
it.
the
Yeah,
one.
we mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, the first 3 races locked it in. Did pretty well. Had the championship lead at that point. Last couple of races, I think they're like 6 in. Had some issues, but he's sitting in second on the championship. But one of the last races that happened was a sprint race in Melbourne. So it's just a short race across.
No running involved?
No running.
Well, that's all right then.
No running.
Yeah,
Not
no,
Le
awesome.
Mans. No, nothing like
No,
that.
okay.
So there was only 18 laps, like a proper sprint race. He started in 22nd. He finished in 6th.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Okay.
So he made 16 positions in only 18 laps,
That's pretty damn good.
which
That's
is
not
insane.
bad.
That's pretty damn good.
And for that reason, I've chosen him for the outright winner of the season.
Ooh, how much are you paying for that?
He is only playing $3.25,
Okay.
but I'll chuck a decent amount of money on it.
Yeah.
I just think he's doing real well this year. The Tickford crew that he's with, they've got the car tuned. He's fucking flying. And with the way he's racing, it's real aggressive. And to do that in a sprint, which is like not happened in years.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I think
That's
he's
nice.
got it down.
And
like
the amount
that.
of Monster Energy you drink, it might as well, you might as well support the product.
I personally sponsor the guy.
He's going to start
There
drinking
we go.
more because the more money he spends, the more money they can spend. And
That's right.
It'll,
Yeah. money they can put into the car.
And ironically, if it wins, it'll just go back to
It
them
just comes
anyway.
back.
Yeah, it'll just go
Yeah,
back
yeah,
into Monster
exactly.
Energy.
It's just a cycle.
It's just
Yeah,
a
it is,
happy
yeah.
little cycle between
Yeah,
me
it's
and
good.
Monster Energy.
Yeah.
And Cam Waters is going to lock it down this year.
Hell yeah, man. Nice. So, yeah, the one I have is one that Keeper's already mentioned because, fuck, he mentioned all of them.
I was actually trying to get through every sport, but I ran out of people to talk to.
Fair enough. Glad you did it, to be honest. But the one I've got that I decided on, the reason I'm wearing this hat is the New York Yankees to win the World Series.
Is it the dodgy bats?
It's the torpedo bats.
Yeah.
So torpedo bats designed by an MIT professor to be as good as they are, and they are legal. So the way I look at it is that they cannot ban them halfway through a season. Or
No.
even the start of the season, whatever it is.
No,
you
no.
can ban them in the off season, next season,
Totally.
but you cannot ban them mid-season because that's just ruins the integrity a little bit of you don't like what's going on in the league, we'll ban it. Which you can't do,
No.
in my opinion, right? They have scored, so they've only played 4 games. A lot of other teams have played 6, played 8 games, all this kind of stuff. So stats are a little bit skewed because some teams have played more games.
Yeah.
They hit, in their first series they played against the Brewers,
They
hit 15 home runs across the 3 games,
Oh, is that game?
totaling
Yeah.
36 runs scored in 3 games.
Yeah.
Nuts, eh?
They have the second least at-bats because they've only played 4, and yet they still have the second most runs scored on the second least at-bats.
Crazy.
They scored 20 in one game.
They have the most home runs and 4 more home runs ahead of the team in second with less games played. They have the second most RBIs, but the team that's in the first for RBIs have played 8 games, so double theirs. Their batting stats in terms of percentages and their slugging percent, all this kind of different baseball kind of stats that exist, they are through the roof compared to every other team, and they're paying the second favorites still paying $9 to win it. I'm taking them all day. I just they are going to fucking Aaron Judge. So out of home run hitters throughout the season so far, they have 3 players in the top 12, and they have less games played than most of them.
Aaron Judge has hit
That's nuts.
3. Oh, he hit 3 in one game, and in the fucked up thing, he's not even using the torpedo bits.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's just 6'7" and
So
an
they've
absolute
got
fucking
they've got
It's a
3
dog.
guys. So it's Judge, Volpe, and then another guy. His name's I can't remember who he was, but he's tied with 3 so far this season. So
Shit.
I don't see them being able to ban it. I don't see people being able to implement it as good as they have. I just see them winning it, in all honesty.
Damn.
So season-long bet, I'm taking them.
It's good to see that Volpe is actually hitting home runs because they designed the bat for him.
Yeah, that's dope.
Really?
Because he was getting choked up and hitting the ball more towards the handle than the actual barrel. So they moved some of the wood down from the barrel towards the handle.
Have you seen them?
Yeah.
They look
they're
fucking
crazy
weird.
looking.
They're just
yeah.
like, it's like, yeah, like Eric said, like they've just moved the chunkiest part a bit down and then like, so it goes up and slims down a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And yeah, it's kind of fucking, it's
Yeah.
nuts. It's
Yeah,
nuts.
because their bats just have to weigh a certain amount. So they can distribute the wood
however they want.
however
to.
they want.
Yeah, I think it's fucking awesome.
And they've only just figured it out.
Yeah, it's kind of what I mean. You got to do something to beat the Dodgers team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Dodgers were favourites.
Yeah.
Still are.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
yeah,
Dodgers
yeah.
are favourites,
Yeah.
and then it goes to them. But that's
Mate.
my season-long bet.
Nice,
Very
man.
nice.
Thank you.
So my season-long bet, I haven't gone for outright league winners. I've gone for MVPs.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I have a 4-league multi
Yep.
on
Okay.
MVPs. So in the NHL, I've gone for Leon Draisaitl.
Okay.
He scored 51 goals so far. He's got 53 assists, so he's on 100. He's third most in points. Nathan McKinnon has like 80 assists and 30 goals, so he's on 110, so he's a
Yeah.
bit further ahead, whatever. But Draisaitl is carrying the Oilers team and McDavid's still McDavid, but he's injured at the moment, and Draisaitl's still carrying them. Speaking of baseball, I've got Aaron Judge to win the AL MVP.
Fair enough.
So they split it into their division. So
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
in football, if you had an AFC MVP and an NFC MVP, that's
Yeah,
how they do
yeah.
it. Shohei Ohtani to win the NL MVP. And then I've got Paul Skeens to win the NL Cy Young, which is the best pitcher.
Yeah, absolutely.
And those 4 leagues are paying like $65.
Fun.
Holy
yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Nice, man. If Harry hits that, we're all fucked.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And
Yeah.
to be fair, Draisaitl wasn't the favourite, but Judge, Ohtani, and Skeens were all the favourites
Yes.
in those categories.
such early
Yeah,
on in the
yeah.
season, though, for that, you know.
Yeah, it
running
is.
pace.
Yeah.
I mean, the NHL's almost done.
Yeah.
So that one's probably the most likely one to hit. And I was listening to Spitting Chicklets today, and they were saying that Draisaitl should win the MVP.
Cool.
And he,
Man.
I think, second or third favourite.
Yeah. Very
So-
nice.
Man,
Yeah.
all right.
There you go.
Well, there we go. That's our season-long bets. That's
Yeah.
which is our bets for this week.
Yeah.
We'll have to spin the wheel later on to see what we're doing next week.
Yes.
Obviously,
Yes.
Can't forget about that, like we did last week.
Yes.
But yeah, no. Is there anything else anyone's got to mention?
This Friday, I'm going to Night of Champions, which
What's
is the trotting thing in Cambridge.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Oh,
a
the
big,
horsies.
the horses, yeah. So it's a big night, big festival thing. Dress up, go get drunk,
Yeah.
listen
I
to
got-
music,
I'm
to
gonna-
music, put some bets on.
Sick.
So essentially, there's a TAB based race and there's a betcha based race.
No
Pretty
kidding.
much put on whatever you want. You look at the favorites, you can mess around with it. I put a couple first fours on for each of those two and just want to see how it goes.
Very fun.
Nice.
I got
man.
really confused when you brought that up because Night of Champions is an old WWE pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
Grace is a time traveler, man.
Yeah.
You're going back in time. Very cool.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
cool.
that's pretty cool.
Nice. Well, anyone else got anything to fucking add?
What's happened in the NFL? Nothing. Just more
Nothing-
draft preps. Aaron Rodgers still hasn't signed for the
Oh,
Steelers.
we got to ask you what you think the Giants are going to do.
Oh, I forgot about this. So I missed one episode during the
Yeah.
season, and it
Yeah.
was the episode after the Giants dropped and cut Daniel Jones.
Right.
So
okay.
I missed that whole
Yeah,
Giants quarterback
yeah,
discussion,
yeah.
and then I missed one this season is when we signed 2 quarterbacks in the
Yeah.
same
So
week.
what's your thoughts on it then?
The old Jameis and Russell Wilson.
I was so excited for a Jameis Winston season.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted that to happen more because it'd be more fun to watch.
Also, it's more of
Absolutely,
like
yeah.
a not boom or bust, but it's also like
It's
a.
boom-
You
no,
know
it
it's
is
gonna-
boom or bust.
You're gonna
Yeah.
have a better if you don't have a good season. You're gonna have a good enough pick next year.
Yeah.
Where now it's like with Russ, you could very easily just end up middle of the pack.
Go like 9
Yeah.
and 8 or some shit.
It's-
Maybe
it's-
not 9
It's
and 8.
boom or
but
bust,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's every game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's his play style. It's either you win.
he
and you,
throws for 500 yards,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
6 interceptions.
Yeah.
It'd be way more fun.
Yeah.
But the fact that they've signed 2 quarterbacks and still have DeVito makes me think they're not going to take a quarterback at 3,
Yes.
which
Agreed.
I'm
That'd
very
definitely
happy
one.
about.
But then, do you
Yeah.
trade back? Is what the other question is.
it depends who's there. If I'd love for the Giants to get Abdul Carter.
He won't be.
The
Who's
Browns.
pick 2?
The Browns.
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 Browns will do something stupid.
Browns will do something stupid.
Have you seen their owner
know.
said that they made a mistake with the
Yes, I did
Yeah,
see
Sean
that. That came out.
Watson thing?
Yep.
They said,
Wow.
yeah.
No kidding.
They took a swing and it didn't pay off.
No,
Yeah.
not remotely.
And that's the only reason the coach and GM are still there, because the owner made that choice, not the coach and GM.
Oh, no kidding.
Ah,
yeah.
interesting. Because they said
I
about
think-
that, he mentioned as well, it's like, it's kind of funny, he mentions we messed up at QB. They're talking before that.
So it's when they lost Baker.
Yeah, they're saying we messed up at QB, and so we had to take a swing, which
Oh,
that
okay.
then was
Yeah,
the Sean
yeah,
Watson
yeah,
that then
yeah.
didn't pay off.
Yeah, no shit.
But then why'd you pay him that deal? I mean, I suppose that was the swing.
That's
but,
the swing, yeah.
Uh,
yeah. But then
it
you
still
didn't have to pay him
doesn't.
that
It
deal.
still doesn't make
Still
any
stupid,
sense.
right?
Yeah.
They'll draft a QB.
You reckon?
Yeah, 100%.
I think so too.
Yeah,
They'll get
it's-
Shadur.
they'll probably get Shadur.
You might get Abdul Carter then.
Or Cam Ward.
That's what I mean.
Cam Ward's going one.
He go Titans.
Oh, yeah.
Cam,
no, he
Ward,
will,
Cam
yeah.
Ward's pretty much locked in at one.
Yeah, yeah.
And then,
yeah.
I guess
No,
Browns
maybe
take Shadur.
Yeah. Which I think suits both of them.
For
They-
sure.
They
Yeah,
need,
it's
they
just
need
Browns
someone
need something to
either
get
way.
people excited, like
Yeah.
you talked about
They
last
need
year
someone
with the Pats.
flashy. They need someone loud. That's what Baker came in with.
Yeah.
And they need someone like that. Someone to bring the eyes, bring the energy.
Apparently,
so that's what they'll go
I
for.
was listening to McAfee's show today, and apparently the Browns are interested in trading for Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I did see that too.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I think he went and visited with them.
Yeah, see,
And
I don't know if I...
he is willing. It came out that he's willing to trade, or he's willing to waive his no trade clause for the right team.
Okay.
So he's got a no trade clause with the Falcons.
Yeah, yeah.
He's willing to waive it because obviously he knows that they won't play him next year. It's going to
yeah,
be Penix.
true.
So
I suppose
he's willing to waive it.
it works for the Falcons. It works for Kirk. I don't know.
I still think there'll be a decent amount of trades and signings that go on between now and like even in that first round in terms of
Yeah.
those top 5 picks.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think there's going to be a lot of movement and
Yeah.
a lot of like, you know, QBs going somewhere and like, oh shit, well, now we don't need our picks, we can trade. Like, I think there'll be a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
But
do.
yeah, I'm pretty happy with the quarterback signings that the Giants have made.
Yeah,
to be
I think it's
honest.
a
like,
great,
it's not
great move, to be honest.
it's not going to be anything special, but
Then the question for you as well: what happens when next year you have a middle of the road pick?
well, that's where
You
we.
can't
I don't,
go.
I don't know what the quarterback
you can't
class
go
next
get.
year is.
You can't go get your Arch Manning that you want.
We'll make him stay in college for another year.
Fair enough.
It's only his second year next year, or third year in college.
Oh,
next
really?
year. Yeah.
Huh.
It's probably you made the team made the best out of a bad situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
So-
It's
Yeah.
it's a smarter move they've done
They're
in a while.
not paying very much
Yeah.
as well, which is
No.
kind of good.
Who's
They're paying
are you at Giants at 3?
Yep.
All right, so we're at 4.
Yeah. So if everything goes how we think it'll go, you'll get Travis Hunter.
You get Travis.
Or Genty.
If
or
Travis
Genty.
Hunter's on the board,
Or
I don't
Genty.
see them skipping on him.
I do, from the perspective of we've already got 2 really good corners.
But
We
he's a wide receiver, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
100%.
We picked up Gonzo, and he's
solid,
He's
yeah.
awesome. I forget who the dude is on the other side, but he's
Isn't
also
it Peppers?
good.
Do you serve Peppers?
Fuck, I can't
Peppers?
remember if we have Peppers or not. But I think it's going to be one of those cases where Travis Hunter brings controversy
Yeah.
more than he does hype.
But
I
you
thi-
could say that you guys need that too.
Yeah, I think Genty brings more hype. He brings more of a. We do need a run game. We've got
Stevenson,
Ramondre, he's fine, but like it would be dope to have Genty.
for sure.
And also it's that age-old rule: draft the best person on the board at the
It
time.
is, yeah, so it's the
If they
age-old
don't
question.
take Genty, trade the fuck back. Trade the fuck back. But I don't know. We've beefed up in a few areas in the off season. But
What are you
yeah.
hoping the Packers do, Greg? 'Cause, I mean, I haven't heard anything about them recently.
What pick do you guys have?
Fuck, I don't even
Another
know.
middle of the road one, isn't it?
Yeah, we're further down.
Wide receiver 1? That's what you guys want.
Did you guys make playoffs last year?
Yeah, yeah.
So you'd be like 22nd or something. around
Yeah.
there.
I don't think we're gonna go wide receiver, to be honest.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if we did.
Packers haven't
But-
drafted a receiver in the first round in
Yeah.
Ever.
ever.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
they might this year. Just because
It depends who's
you've
there.
not, it's not like you've had bust wide receivers, but you haven't had a star.
Oh,
And
no.
so I think
Since
maybe,
Devontae Adams.
yeah, I think maybe you fucking you take a gamble this year and get a McMillan or, I mean, I don't even know, Luther Burden maybe. I don't know.
I think
I think you could do it.
we need other stuff in terms of our D line
Fair enough.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
At pick 22, you're better suited to get one of those rather than
No, because the wide receivers will drop there. So you get,
Oh, yeah.
you'll get, like people are saying, so 19, I think is what Seattle has. We can go get Nick Millen potentially, which will
Okay.
be the number 1 off the board for
Oh,
wide
wow.
receivers.
Yeah.
So people think wide receivers will drop to that just because there's been weird stuff come out about all of them in terms of like
none of this like 40s or anything have been.
none of their 40s
overly
are
great.
good. They all say something every now and then that's kind of like you're really good until you fucking said that. Like McMillan before, really big wide receiver threat from Arizona State, really good player, probably top wide receiver off the board this year. But it came out the other day that he said, "Oh no, I hate film. I don't watch film by myself.
Oh,
I don't
yeah, I
watch.
saw
I don't
that.
watch film by myself because we watch it as a wide receiver group. So I don't really like it.
Doesn't watch film in his own time.
So it's like people can get turned off that. It's kind of like
Yeah.
so every wide receiver says or does something that's kind of like
Divas,
hang on,
Which is crazy because even I watch film for this show, of our show.
yeah,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
Locked
I gave
in.
you guys a whole thing last
whole
week.
rundown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting.
It
It's
is.
interesting.
We'll talk about it more as it gets going on.
For sure.
I think there's another round of the
Oh,
moves if
we
you
do
guys
need
want to
to-
do those.
We do need to finish that off. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think we're down to there. I talked about Sluice earlier, how he's a big Lakers guy. Do you guys reckon he's the dude, because he does have music as well.
Making the LeBron song.
Yeah, do you reckon he's making the LeBron stuff?
Bro,
You reckon
it's so fucking
you reckon
good.
that's him, man? Okay, so we're in the final four.
Yep.
It is Final Four of March Madness this weekend.
Yeah. So
And the Frozen Four of the ice hockey tournament. Way better name.
is it Frozen? That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
That's pretty fun. Okay, so there's four. Is there four left?
I'd hope so.
Oh wait, no. These are ones that. Oh, so these have already been voted on as well.
Right.
So
but-
I'll give you. We'll just do what we did last week.
Yep.
You tell me what you reckon.
Yep.
Oh, the rehearsal dinner thing where it's the well-deserved sir. You get given a drink by a guy. Says,
I
"So
still
deserved."
don't quite get it. I
don't
can't
get it.
picture it in my head.
Yeah,
I just
no.
can't.
Versus the roster on the menu.
So didn't we already do this last week? This is the same questions we did, isn't it?
Well, they might. No, this is about 10 hours ago. So
Oh, okay,
these
maybe
will
not
be
From
from
whatever
last. Like
week's.
these are the ones
Right.
that
Okay.
got through.
So
yeah.
then I think
It's
roster
the
on the
roster on
menu.
the menu.
Yeah.
roster on the menu for that one. That one
Yeah.
did win, but 52 to 48.
Okay.
Then we have pictures of on your desk of family or kids, but you just hang a picture up of your boys.
I do like that
I
one.
do
Remind you
that's
of why
good.
you do it. This one's a good one. Bunch of dudes huddle up before going on the bar with one bro in the middle on his knee like a QB. Sound like a pre-game QB talk. Got the boys jazzed up, gave me a little pep in my step just for witnessing it.
Yeah, I like
Pretty
that.
sure
I
it
like it.
closes the huddle with "Do your job." So
I
it's a
like that because I
pre-bar
feel
huddle.
like we've
yeah.
been there before. You know, I feel like we've done
Yeah.
It
that.
depends what kind of speech you get. Like if you get a proper Jameis Winston type speech, like that'd be
I think
fucking
before,
electric
Before going into
walking
a bar,
into a bar.
it definitely is that. You know,
Yeah.
it's definitely some weird shit. That was 50-50.
Oh, did you
50-50 split.
Did you see what Jameis said about signing with the Giants?
No.
He said, what was it? It's like, I just want to win so I can make the whole of New York like giggle and laugh and have fun again or some shit.
He's a funny dude.
Fair enough,
I
man.
fucking
that
love
guy.
him, man.
Fair enough. All right, we got another one. Wasting your first throw on beer pong to chuck it at the opponent and set the
We
move.
did like that
Set
one.
the
Yeah,
time.
but we preferred the roll
The
back
roll
on the
it to him
table
and
more
let
than
him
the light
let him
thing,
have
yeah.
it, yeah.
Or they give your grandma some cash on her birthday.
I don't got cash to give.
Yeah, I'm going with
That's
the
the
first
reason
one.
I go
like
the beer pong one.
I like
I'm
the
giving
beer
the-
pong one.
I'm giving the
Yeah.
beer pong.
Grayson,
Yeah, it's got to be
beer
that.
pong. Yeah, 50-50 as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how do they decide then? If we got,
I think
well, they've got an actual number, right?
they've got an actual number, so it'll just be the one that had the most votes.
Yeah.
Which so for that first one, the pictures on the desk would have won that,
Damn, that's no. It's
instead
not
of
as
the
good as
QB
the
huddle. And then
huddle
the
is
it was the wasting the first throw on beer pong.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
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 Then the picture of beer for the table. Say this one's on the house.
Oh, you get the waiter to say it when he brings it
Yeah.
over.
That's a good
yeah.
one. I like it. Brings the mood up.
And then at the waiting room, an old guy just picked up the TV clicker and bought Guardians of the Galaxy 2 on demand. Wild move. Can't wait to be old. So you just wait at the doctor's. I've got the remote there. You
Wow,
buy something,
yeah,
you start
yeah.
watching it.
Nah, it's the
Uh,
picture of beer.
I think the picture of beer.
Picture of beer is
And
Picture
you're
of beer.
telling
Yeah.
the waiter to say this one's
I
on the
agree.
house.
There wasn't a vote on that. They didn't put it on there for that one, so I
Okay.
don't know who won that one. So yeah, so that will kind of be that's it.
It's the final
That's
four.
that's
then, I
kind of the
guess, from
final
that.
ones there.
Nice,
So yeah, some
nice.
interesting stuff there.
Harry, quick question.
Yeah.
Are you going to say go big blue?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
Big Blue, baby.
Yeah. You're backing it?
I'm backing it.
I think of Russell Wilson.
Until we go 0-5 to start the season, then I'm going to say blow it all up and start Jameis. But
I think at this point, Russell Wilson is another Jameis. It's getting to that point.
It's getting to
that
point.
quarterback room is hilarious.
It's a great
Yeah.
quarterback room. Yeah.
Russ,
I feel like
Jameis,
DeVito's
and
the
Tommy
most
DeVito.
serious one of them all.
Yeah, no,
Or
absolutely.
Russ will act the most serious, but also have this
So
shimmer
corny.
in his eye.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
walk around just
Absolutely.
yelling, "Go Big Blue."
Yeah.
Go Big
Yeah.
Blue.
I think if
Slap you
you
in the ass, go Big Blue.
if
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's what I need in my
Yeah.
life.
If you sign
And that's to the
Russell
old equipment
Wilson,
guy.
Yeah, he's doing it to everyone.
if you get Russell Wilson on your team, I think whatever catchphrase he comes up with, you just go for it.
Thing is,
gotta
you know,
run
it's
with
so
it.
much fun.
you can
It's
pay him
much
so
fun.
little because he's still taking money from the Broncos.
Yeah, yeah,
That like
yeah,
you know you
yeah.
get him for so
They're
little.
paying him 10.5.
Big
Yeah,
vibes
yeah.
guy. Big
Big
vibes
vibes
guy.
guy.
You know, so I
Absolutely.
get that.
Do you see the Giants are paying Russ and Jameis the same as the Colts are paying Daniel Jones?
Yes, I did
Four-
see that.
14 mil.
That's crazy.
I did see that.
But I guess it's the same thing. Daniel Jones has already made his money.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
Russell Wilson having Tommy DeVito's manager as his manager?
Wow.
Imagine
Yeah.
that vibe.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you know the Seahawks have the 31st most expensive offense, with the second cheapest in the league?
Wow. That's pretty
That's
good.
because you didn't give DK 30 mil.
Nope.
Speaking of the Seahawks, we should just cover this off. So,
Yeah.
NFL came out and talked about their global market, it's kind of their expansion thing.
I just don't get it.
I also don't understand it, but it's 29 teams after 21 international markets now have access to grow their fan bases around the world and build their brands globally
Hold up.
in the fourth year of the program.
I don't understand. The wording throws me off.
Yeah.
29 teams now have access,
So it
implying
must-
they didn't before.
Agreed. So it must be a partnership where if it was the Packers, they've gone to the NFL and said, we would like to market to this international market.
I just the thing that confuses me is that like, why do you have to ask permission?
I don't know.
Like,
It'd be
what-
licensing stuff.
Yeah, I guess so. It
What I
just
would-
seems weird.
What I would love to see is that if your team was selected, if your country was selected and got X team, if it made like getting their merch cheaper. You know, like
Yeah,
if it made
something,
a,
right?
a local store
I don't just
where
want
you
to
could go to
I don't
the
just
NFL
want,
store.
I
like,
don't
yeah.
just want an Instagram with NZ on the end of it.
So
that means
far-
fucking nothing.
So far, that's all it is.
Yeah.
But I'll let you guys know what now it all looks like, and we can kind of give our thoughts on it. Argentina has the Dolphins.
Kind of suits them, I feel like, for some weird reason.
Sweet.
Because they're on the ocean.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't
alright.
know. I feel like they mix well.
That works well. Well, that's
The
good.
colours, maybe blue and white. Maybe.
Australia, which let me just check if they have separated New Zealand off, but it is the exact same teams. So that's also kind of shit. We're not the same country. Australia and New Zealand have the exact same teams.
Right.
They've just lumped, even though they've said, oh, it's different markets, they've just lumped and fucking
Yeah,
together.
why'd you even separate it?
Yeah.
then?
So we have, because we always had the Rams, right? We've had
Yeah,
the
I
Rams.
knew
for
it
years.
was
Rams for
Rams.
ages.
So now we have the Seahawks, the Eagles, and the Raiders. Admittedly, we actually had the Eagles last year.
I'm pretty sure we've always had the Raiders. The
Does
amount of
it-
people
no,
you see
okay,
walking around.
Yeah.
Are you sure NZ has all those four?
Yep.
Oh, it does?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it
okay,
does.
okay.
Yeah. So Raiders got announced one day after the Seahawks.
Right, I see. I
Yeah.
saw
So
that,
what do we think of that? Australia and New Zealand.
What were they? Seahawks,
I mean, it works,
Rams.
works for Cree because he supports one of those teams.
But then once again, though, I was just like, what's
but you don't really
the-
get much out of it.
No, that's my
Yeah.
my thing. Like,
say when's that Aussie game next year?
Yeah.
It'll be two
One
of
of-
those four
Oh,
teams.
oh, okay,
that's
okay,
my
but
kind of
then
thought,
what's
right?
what's
Yeah.
England? What's London or Europe? I don't know how do they.
Okay. Well, they separate that off a lot. Austria within itself
Okay.
has the Lions, the Colts, the Chiefs, the Patriots, the Seahawks, and the Bucks.
Why are Austria trying to take over?
What the fuck?
I don't
so
know.
Austria
But
gets
then-
like
tried that
everyone.
already.
But then hold up, Germany has the Falcons, the Panthers, the Lions, the Packers, the Colts, the Chiefs, the Patriots, the Giants, the Steelers, the Seahawks, and the Bucks.
I think they've just done it based on how many people play in the countries, based on how many people you get. So,
Maybe.
like Germany has one of the biggest player bases in Europe,
yes, well that's
so
true.
they
yeah,
give
yeah.
them the most amount of teams to pick from.
Yeah. So Switzerland has the same as Austria, so not as much as Germany, but
Yeah.
has those.
It's a lot.
Then United Kingdom sightly different. They
right.
have.
So I'm going to expect if
The
we're doing it, if
Jags.
we're doing it based on like you said, like
Okay, yeah.
like it's well these were the teams that will show up in your region when they play. So we're going
The
to say Jags,
the Panthers.
Okay, hold
Panthers,
up.
Falcons.
So, wait. Jags, yes. Panthers, no.
Falcons.
Oh, wow. Oh, they
Falcons
played
are in, yeah.
the
Oh wait, no Falcons.
Cardinals.
Nope, no cards. So you guys were wrong about the United Kingdom. They have the Ravens, the Bears, the Packers, the Jags, the Chiefs, the Dolphins, the Vikings, the Jets, and the Niners. Fuck knows.
What? I don't understand how they've chosen this.
Yeah, well then Ireland, kind of close. They have the Packers, the Jags, the Chiefs, the Jets, and the Steelers.
I know the Steelers have Irish owners or like some kind of link.
I wonder if teams
interesting.
had to bid on these as well, maybe, like in terms of,
Maybe.
you
Yeah.
know, like, here's all the empty slots, place your bid on.
Yeah.
You have to pay
Yeah.
the NFL to be able to advertise.
Maybe,
in that.
yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Well, yeah, funnily enough, the Rams are on here quite a bit. Maybe it's money-based as well. Let me just quickly rattle through the ones that I kind of find interesting. Brazil has the Lions, the Dolphins, the Patriots, and the Eagles. Weird, I would have thought they might have had the Packers.
Yeah, they love the Green Bay Packers.
The Green Bay Packers.
Green Bay Packers.
China has LA Rams. Japan has
Communists.
LA Rams. Ghana has the Eagles.
Why the
Greece has the Chargers.
Because Ghana has all the. No, actually, that doesn't make sense. I was gonna say.
Greece having the Chargers because they're poor as shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Ghana having should have the Chiefs because they've got all the leftover
Three-peat shit.
the leftover three-piece shirts got shipped to Ghana.
But yeah,
So
I
that would
mean,
make
yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
So
Colombia has the Dolphins. France has the Saints, maybe because it's the French Quarter kind of New Orleans thing. But yeah, there's
I
Mexico
don't know if
and
we
Canada
can
and
try
shit.
thinking of any
it's
links.
weird.
No
The
idea.
thing is, I don't get it. It's out of nowhere. They didn't explain it. They said they now have access to, like they didn't before. Like it's just fucking posted on social media. Why do you need access to do it? Doesn't make sense. They didn't explain it. Don't like it.
Here's one thing I could think of as well. Maybe if it's regional based selling in the sense of you go to Rebel Sport, our local sports store for those in the States is like a Dick's. We only have select ones.
We do, but
Kinda.
we have the most popular ones.
Yeah.
It's not
Not
based on
just,
anything else.
Like there's
True.
still
Yeah,
Tom Brady
okay.
Bucks jerseys hanging up in Rebel Sport.
Yeah, that's
So
for
I don't
$400.
think
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna stop selling Chiefs jerseys in New Zealand.
Yeah, yeah.
And only sell Seahawks and
Yeah.
Rams and Raiders and.
So, yeah, maybe
Whatever it is.
I'll try to do some research, bring some information.
That's
next
weird
week.
though. Yeah, but yeah.
That's all I've got.
Well, let's spin the wheel.
Spin the
Let's
wheel.
do it. Spin
The
the
four
wheel.
sports we have. I bought UFL.
UFL.
UFL now.
What are you fucking
He's
pissing?
fingering his wheel over there. What's going on?
Give me a second. Just messing up.
He just keeps zooming in and he can't stop it.
I keep trying to zoom out. I just keep zooming in. There we go.
Sticky
So I've
fingers.
got the
Yeah.
UFL,
Yeah,
American football. You've got surfing.
yeah,
Oh, it's what we bought in.
yeah.
Surfing, AFL, snooker.
I don't know if I want any of these.
That's some. We got this is
Some
gonna be a
road
hard
I'd
week.
love
yeah,
the
yeah.
UFL, to be fair. I mean, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, all of them would be cool.
Who wants to
but
go first?
Me.
What do you not want?
Snooker.
Okay, we got surfing.
I'll
You-
take.
you got your
surfing.
own one.
I got my own one. Yeah, yeah. I know fuck all about it. And
Cody
I'm not
Maverick to win the
yeah.
championship.
And I'm not very good at it. So yeah.
Who's next?
I'll go
Oh, Harry's quick on it. What do you not want?
snooker.
You got, you got snooker. Serves you right.
Surfs, you're right.
No, you got snooker?
Ah.
Grayson, do you want what you what it lands on or what it doesn't land on?
Anything that ends with FL.
No. You have to choose what it lands on or what it doesn't land on.
Well, what it lands on.
Okay.
But as long as it ends in FL.
I can't guarantee that.
Oh,
you got
they both end in
UFL.
Huh?
They both end in FL.
Yeah, that's
That
the
was
joke.
that was the joke, Keith.
You get UFL, I get AFL.
This guy, man.
Fucking hell, man.
That almost ended in FL. Fucking L. FL.
UFL, AFL,
Surfs up.
fucking leave.
Get
Get out of here.
Go
Roll,
ch-
roll the
Well,
outro,
it's time.
Harry.
Play the outro.
Get the fuck out of here. We're leaving. That's it. That's all you get.
Oh, also shout out Alex Ovechkin. He's 4 goals away from breaking the record.
Oh, does he listen, does he?
Yeah. Big fan of the show.
God. Just get out of this cold hole.
Follow us on everything. Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
Tackle your losses. with
Everyone's
another
leaving.
episode
There's no camera on me because it ran out of
the
memory.
premium New Zealand
So
NFL
everyone's
gambling
leaving. I'm still sitting here talking. Bye, guys.